Maybe you've been praying for a breakthrough, but the answer hasn't come. Maybe you're facing pain, loss, or disappointment, and it feels like God is silent. It's in moments like these that doubt creeps in, and you begin to lose faith. But let me remind you, God is still with you. Even in this situation, He hasn't left you, and His word holds the strength you need to keep going. Psalm 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. When you're in pain, God isn't distant, He's closer than ever. He sees your tears, hears your cries, and feels your heartache. You might not feel Him, but He's right there, holding you through the storm. Talk to Him, even if all you can say is, "God help me," Isaiah 55:8-9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways. My ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Sometimes God's plan doesn't make sense to us. We want answers now, but His timing and purpose are different from ours. Trust that He sees the bigger picture. What feels like a delay or silence isn't a denial. It's preparation for something greater. I know it's hard to hold on when you're facing something so painful. Maybe it's a loss that feels unbearable. Maybe you've prayed for healing, but the sickness remains. Or perhaps it's a dream that feels shattered. In these moments, it's easy to feel like God has forgotten you. But let me tell you this, God hasn't forgotten you. Your story isn't over, and this chapter isn't the end. Romans 8:28. And we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Right now, you may not see how anything good can come from this situation, but God is the master of turning brokenness into beauty. Trust that even this moment of pain has a purpose, and He will use it to bring good into your life. 2 Corinthians 12:9. But He said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." You don't have to be strong right now. God's grace is enough to carry you through this. When you feel weak, let His strength hold you up. He doesn't expect you to have it all together. He just wants you to lean on Him. Hebrews 10:23. Let us hold unswervingly to the hope we profess, for He who promised is faithful. When everything feels uncertain, hold on to this truth. God is faithful. He hasn't forgotten His promises to you, and He won't let go of you. Keep holding on to hope, even if it's with trembling hands. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. God is inviting you to come to Him with all your burdens. You don't have to carry this alone. Rest in His love, and let Him give you the peace your heart needs. I know it's hard to keep believing when it feels like God is silent, but don't give up. God is still working, even in this situation, and His promises are still true. He hasn't forgotten you, and He never will. Keep holding on to Him, and in time, you'll see His hand at work in your life. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. God's plan for you is still good. He still has a future for you. Trust that even this pain will lead to something beautiful in His time. If this message encouraged you, please share it with someone who might be struggling. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more messages of hope. Let's keep encouraging each other to hold on to faith, even in the hardest moments.